right. Hey, good morning, everyone. Hey, Rick Kaufman here. It is Monday. Um, can we say Mission Monday? Anyways, what are we? 7, 8 days, 7, 8 days down on the lockdown or whatever you want to call it, the shelter in place or whatever they're calling it today. Hey, hopefully everybody had a great weekend, had some time to spend with your families. I know a lot of us, with everything that's going on in the world, I have seen our participation drop. I have seen um, our news feeds, the information, not only that, but even the advocates. Um, People that were in this group, whether or not it's because we were doing these as a Facebook Live and we're not doing them as a Facebook Live. I don't know if that has anything to do with the participation being down at all. In my personal opinion, there's no excuse for it. Water safety, it will be here when this coronavirus is all over. So, with that being said, we will be covering, our Mission Monday today is as we all are trying to figure out, what do we do as far as our day to day routine, as far as our work and everything, working from home, and the challenges that might bring for many of you that may not ever have had to do that before, especially if you have children and you have a lot of little feet around, whatnot. Well, take it from me, who has, 7 children, 11 grandchildren, one on the way, a adopted daughter. We have 4 foster children, all 2 5-year-olds and 2 6-year-olds that will all be turning 7 and 6 here in the next few months. So I get it. Time is stretched. We also have my father-in-law here who is on hospice. So we have to take care of him. We're up in the middle of the night with him multiple times each and every day or each and every night. So yeah, our time is extremely limited. But here's the thing: water safety, drowning is not going to go away. Coronavirus will go away. I think life in general will be different. Businesses will be different. I know over the weekend there's been a lot of politics playing out. I don't jump on the politic conversation a whole lot because I know a lot of people don't want to hear my opinion. Let me just say this. We need to support businesses. We need to support the working people. We need to support the families and people that make this country work, that make this country run. Those people that are out of jobs because of this virus, and especially let's look at the aquatics industry, swim schools, aquatics facilities, all those facilities that are shut down right now. They're going to have to go back to work. Question is how many of them? I mean, most likely the nonprofits, things like that. I mean, they'll probably be there. But if the government, if our politicians don't come together and help them when it comes time, really what I'm trying to say is when this virus thing is all over and we get the all clear and we can go back to work, they are going to have people need to have a job to go back to, is what I'm really trying to say. So, the politicians don't want to give bailouts to the corporations and the people and the fat cats. Hey, I get it. Um, probably out of anybody that doesn't need the money, they don't, but they're the ones that supply the jobs, and people will need the jobs to go back to. That's my opinion on this whole thing. And I look at this from the standpoint of water safety and drowning prevention. Those are not essential personnel or non essential jobs and facilities. So a lot of those people are out of work and they're going to need to have a place to go to work when the time comes. A lot of them are having to try to figure out and reinvent the wheel as how they conduct their business going forward. My business has been in business and marketing, and reinventing the wheel for myself every time something like this happens. And in my 30 plus years in business, I have seen upticks and downticks and sideways and left ways, and any way a business can go. To be honest, I filed bankruptcy twice in my life. And, we make mistakes, we make bad decisions, we learn from them. And the same goes with the aquatics industry, water safety, drowning prevention. There's going to be organizations and nonprofits that will be shut down after this. And when you take your eye off the prize, and this is my coaching, my sports, my athletics coming through here. When you take your eye off the prize, you lose focus on what your purpose is. And that is our mission Monday for today: is refocus, get your eyes back on what your target is, get your eyes and your focus back on what it is that you want to accomplish, because this virus thing will go away. It will get better. And when it does, what we're going to be left with is going to be all the mess and the fallout that's going to come after the fact. And the fallout is going to be huge on the business sector and the financial sector. It already is, but it's going to get worse. So my mission for Mission Monday is for all the advocates and those of you that are listening here live, and also for those of you that will catch the recording when we get this uploaded, is that refocus. We've been doing this lockdown, whatever in place, social distancing, whatever we want to call it, for about 8 days. We're going to reassess. Our government's going to reassess at the end of this week, probably Sunday or Monday next week. I'm going to venture to say you might as well get used to this. I think we're going to be in it for another week after that, maybe even into about mid-April, possibly. And so that means it's going to take a bigger toll on a lot of us. Water Safety Month is just a little over a month away. We need to refocus our energy and refocus what it is our mission is around water safety, because the month of May is coming, whether or not we want it to or not, and whether or not we're ready or not. The NDPA conference is going to a virtual conference. Whether or not you agree with that or you disagree, I don't know. I have my opinion on it. But here's something I took away from a mentor of mine, Dan Kennedy. I've been reading a lot of his work here, and I follow his work quite a bit. And Dan Kennedy says, if you have something that you're selling right now, if you have something that, money's important, you need money to pay your bills, but right now, the value that we bring as human race, the value that we bring as an individual, is much greater than any monetary or financial value that we can bring. And so what we need to be doing is focused on giving the value up front, giving people value. Now, whether or not that's just, helping them through this coronavirus, because there's going to be a mental toll. There's going to be a mental shakeup here on this and what we're going to be faced with going forward. And that's going to be huge. It really is. And I don't really know how else to say it. And I'm looking something up here while I'm trying to get my thought here, but I don't see it right now. But with that being said, we need to try to stay focused on the prize, and the prize is the race. Water safety is a marathon. It's not a sprint. This virus that we're fighting and combating right now is a sprint. Okay. We have to sprint to get to the finish line to save people's lives. to protect our families and loved ones against the virus and those that are most vulnerable. So this is a sprint. Water safety is a marathon. And we better, and if you're, and you need to stay in the race. And that's, I guess for all intents and purposes, that's my mission for today. That's my message for Mission Monday is refocus, stay in the race, understand that water safety, drowning prevention is a marathon, that the coronavirus is a sprint to the finish line. But when we finish the race with the virus, the marathon for water safety will still be here. My question is will you? My question is will you still be fighting the fight? The virus has taken your attention off the prize, off the mission. And, you know, that's my 2 cents worth. That's my thought process. I've been doing this for 27 years, people. Nothing has changed. Drowning is still the leading cause of unintentional death to children under the ages of 5. It's the second leading cause to children under the age of 15. And it has been that way since my daughter drowned. And it'll continue being that way. That much I'm assured, and it will not change anytime soon. Here's the thing. I want to put this in perspective. At the end of the day, there will be a family that will know my pain, that'll understand what drowning means in their life. And they're not going to give 2 cents rat's ass about the coronavirus because their child just drowned. And they're going to turn around and take a look at the numbers, and they're going to wonder where we as a community, we as a water safety community is at. Where were we? Why didn't we reach out to them? Why weren't we doing the social impact that we need to do to get the word out? I don't know. I don't have an answer for them. I'm showing up here each and every day. I'm doing my part. I'm doing everything I need to do. And with that being said, that's just the way it is. So there's my rambling for the day. I don't know if anybody's got any questions. If anybody's got any questions or feedback on anything here, I'd be more than happy to take it. I'm going to continue drinking my coffee. And we're going to, I don't see anybody posting anything here right now. So I want to say thank you for those of you that are here watching live. Hopefully, I don't want to piss anybody off, but I hope you take this message seriously, and I hope you understand that it's something that we all have to do each and every day. Okay, so you're part of a community here, which is DW Nation. We are a community of like-minded people who are working for the same thing. So my question to you is it's time to reevaluate where you are right now in the mission and where you are in the bigger scheme of things. So with that being said, you guys, each and every one of you are awesome. Keep up the fight on multiple fronts. I'm not saying give up on the coronavirus. Stop doing what it is you're doing. Okay, keep doing that. I'm doing it. We've got we've got a sign on our front door telling, you know, our children and grandchildren, if they want to see grandpa, they need to call. We don't want a whole bunch of people here at the same time. And so we have to be concerned about his health, and we have to be concerned. So we're doing our part. That's all we can do is we can control what is going on. With the virus thing, we can only control what's going on around us. Water safety, I think we can control a lot more of what's going on around water safety. And so we can do more and do more of our part. So let me just say again, Mission Monday is refocus, understanding that the virus is a sprint. It's a sprint to the finish line. Water safety, drowning prevention is a marathon. That's my message for you for today. So with that being said, go grab another cup of coffee. Shoot me an email, rick@thekelsgroup.com. I've got some appointments today, but we're staying busy here. We're staying busy. We're talking to people. We are setting up some guests this week. So I'm hoping to have Kenny Rowland this week, David Bush with Guardian Life. He's on the West Coast, so we'll probably record his and then play that recording back live. And then we've got our podcast here coming up this Thursday. So we'll be also talking with Dana Fullen with Swim for CJ. We had her all live with us last Thursday. So we've got that recorded. We'll edit that up, and that'll be our podcast for this week. For those that like to listen to the audio versus seeing my little face layer. I see you. Okay. All right, guys. Just checking to make sure we don't have any other comments. You guys are all awesome. Keep up the great work. Hey, it's time to go get another cup of coffee and it's time to go to work. Okay? Let's make a difference today. See you guys.